Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. If you're with me here in the Discord, in the YouTube, in the X chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Cyrus, Robin, Ohio, July Peppers, National, Karen, Chris, Plum Tingles, Just Sticking Around, Spazdrick, Broccoli. More to you, AB Trader, 848. What's up, Gringo El Diablo, David Thompson, welcome to the VIPs. Shane Gilmore, Tom W. Sorrel, Mike. Good morning, Tom W. Mohammed Beavis, Bull Shark, Buffalo Bill, Sound Evolution, QO Bill, Richard Harris, Robert DM, Alexander, Paul Skunk, Abe Carroll, Cheese Chaser, Ray Williams, G-Man, Steven, Jandal, QO Bill, good morning to you. What's up, Steven, Ron, Shane Gilmore in the building, Shanti, Yakov, Akil, TJP, Anita Lowe. Good morning to you, Steve B. Leah, Kirk, Ronnie, Ms. Health Freak Trades, Josh, Work It, I Can't Trade, Edward, Aliska, Rafal, DeBeast, good morning. Bird, Sweeto, Thomas, Haven, Big Sky, Andrew JP, Dan, Just Ticking Around, good morning. Fat Guy, Spastrick, Big Sexy, Stan in the building, good morning. What's up, Chris, Saeed, Bookmap Trader, Polly G, Matthew, Adam, Moe, Maharshi. There we go. I think I got it. Fat Guy Out West, Justin, Manny Omega. Welcome to the VIP. I Can't Trade. Hopefully we can turn that around for you. Eric says, happy Friday. Good morning, Ribs. Let's end the month strong. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Let's do it. Haven't taken any trades yet. Probably going to wait until after the news comes out. Got a new one this morning. This is, anybody had this before? It's called Rain. It's not bad. Oh my God. This one has 300 milligrams of caffeine. Wow, that's probably going to be the most. People that aren't in America probably hear that and they're like, huh? You're doing what? This one's called Melon Mania. I'm definitely going to have a manic episode from drinking this. 300 milligrams of caffeine, my God. Melon Mania. You know where I got this, actually? My wife had to get service done on her car, like the 1-year service. Can't believe her car's already a year old. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like I just got it for her. She already wants a new one, but that's how it works. I want a new one. How old is yours, honey? Too old. I don't know. This is called Rain. Melon Mania. But I got it from I was picking up my car from service. The guy was asking me what I do. I said, I'm a streamer. And he goes, oh, wait, I think I've seen you. I said, I don't think so. He's like, you drink energy drinks on your stream. I was like, hold on. Maybe you have seen me. You're the energy drink guy. Apparently, energy drink guy on stream. Anyway, he had 2 of these sitting on his desk. And he's like, do you want one of these? I was like, sure, yeah. He's like, oh, this is my favorite. You're going to love it. So if you're watching the stream, I'm drinking I'm drinking the energy drink you gave me. Which is kind of the weirdest thing, right? The energy drink guy. I guess because I drink a lot of Celsius. But anyway, this is good. I don't mind this. I don't know about the 300 milligrams of caffeine. That seems kind of extreme. I was drinking Celsius yesterday. I had like 200 and I was like, I don't know. Whatever. It's good though. I like it. Melon Mania. Anyway, market is kind of choppy here. Very, very choppy. Anybody take any trades yet out there? Anybody have any trades on? I mean, the only really nice trade was like if you're up for the London session, just taking that, you know? Told you they were good. Let me know if you want to get plugged in. Yeah, of course. If anybody has any energy drink plugs, you don't have to ask me. Plug me in, baby. Unless it's no good. Tastes like hot garbage, then obviously not, but you know. Long to London, open from the gym, paid well. Nice work there, SW. What was your entry? What was your exit? You probably traded S&Ps, right? Any offers from Apex? Well, if I had a time machine, there would be. Yesterday was slamming. We had a great stream yesterday. We did 90% off for code RIPS yesterday on Apex. I tried to warn people yesterday. I said, it's not coming back. And I said I was going to get DMs. I got some angry DMs. I'm not going to lie. I got some very angry people. People were calling me a liar. They're like, it's not 90%. I said, okay. Reread the post. And they go, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that it was in Eastern time zone. People got so angry. People were very upset. This isn't 90%. Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I tried to do something nice for the community out there. I don't know. 40 evals. I think that's smart. 40 evals. Because then you have like, the thing is like, Apex allows you to trade 20 accounts at once. I don't think that you need to be trading at 20 accounts at once. Like trade 5, trade 10, trade 1. Who cares? Get your sea legs about you, Make sure like you know what you're doing, I wouldn't be blasting off trying to like, oh man, I still don't know what I'm doing here. I still don't have a working strategy. Let me just blast in 20 accounts. I wouldn't be doing that. Currently in a GC sell from 31. Oh yeah. I think this is probably gonna be a good one, right? Yeah, nice. What's your entry? 31.12? Not bad. Nice. Yeah, I was looking at gold this morning actually, because it's just been, I've been questioning like maybe I could be a gold trader. I've never traded gold before. Heard I missed a massive giveaway yesterday. Dude, it was awesome. It won't be the last though. I give away a lot of stuff here on the channel all the time, so it won't be the last time that I give away anything, I promise you. But yeah, gold's interesting. Gold's interesting because it's just booming. Keeps going. Had a nice breakout of this range. It's got a 15-minute. Had a nice breakout of this consolidation. Kept on tapping into that and then just took off. It's gonna be interesting to see if we actually bounce up here at like 95, 3,095. It's been moving like crazy. I remember the days when gold never broke 1,900. Anybody remember that? Like everybody was talking about gold at the time. Peter Schiff used to be my neighbor actually, and he loves gold. He's very bullish on gold, so he's been having a nice time on gold. Although I think he could have made a lot more money if he was trading Bitcoin. I'm sorry, Peter, but it's the truth. Not to be confused with the other Peter Brandt. Talking about Peter Schiff. Different person. Similar but different. But I'm curious to see if this draws back to like 95-ish, 3,095. Are we going to bounce and make new highs again? It's crazy how expensive gold is. Copper's the other one that's crazy. Back to our old faithful here, NQ. Isn't it great? Remember when we drew this line live on stream? When did we draw this? On Tuesday? Not a bad line, huh? I need to draw more green lines like that and be like, dude, this is the Gandalf line. Right here. I had no idea that we were going to draw this and this was going to be... There you go. You shall not pass. 20,495. Somebody should have told me when I was drawing that that's what that was. Why didn't anybody point that out to me? Somebody when I was drawing that should have been like, dude, that's the Gandalf line. 20,495. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. If I would have drawn that line, maybe we would have been up like 21,000 right now. Hey, could have been. You never know. What was Peter Schiff like as a neighbor? He was a get off. No, dude, he used to throw parties. He's so cool. He used to watch football over at his house. He's freaking awesome. Wife was so nice. He's one of the kindest people. He's not at all like you think. He's dope. Peter liked to rage a little bit. He's cool. I'm not even kidding. He's dope. Yeah, I don't know. How long ago was that? I first met Peter in like 2017, I think. Long time. Dude, that's almost 10 years ago. My wife and his wife used to work out together. They had the same trainer. Anyway, very nice guy. What account size is 44.85 on Tradeify? Is it straight to funded? I don't think so. Maybe on the smaller one. Just got a Disney ad from you. It's weird because I said something about Disney 2 days ago. Dude, they're listening. I'm telling you. They are listening to you. You know, the news that's coming out, somebody asked, what is the news today? It's very important. It's kind of been like percolating for the whole week. I think this is going to be the most important news of the day, or of the week. It is the core PCE price index for February. It's coming out at the bottom of the hour, 8:30. And then at 10 a.m. we get the University of Michigan sentiment read. It's the final read for March. Obviously, we're at the end of March. Not gonna be another Friday in March. Monday's the final trading day of March, and then we're into April already. Isn't that crazy? It is the core PCE price index. And then that's pretty much it. We get the Kansas City Fed Services activity. That's going to be out at 11. We get two Fed speakers today. We get Chairman Barr, he's the board governor, not chairman. That's Powell. The Federal Reserve Board Governor, Michael Barr. And then also at 3:30, we're going to be hearing from Mr. Bostic. I'm not supposed to do this. Actually, no, I can't. I have the Zoom login information for Michael Barr's stuff. I can't get that out. That's sorry. I was like, wait, let me just give this out to everybody right now. Anyway, Michael Barr is speaking at 12:15 at North Carolina Law School. If you can find the Zoom, The pass. Should I give out the password for that? Be pretty funny. I don't think I'm supposed to. Yeah, I tell you what, you give me 2,000 likes that are non-bot likes, I'll give you the password to the Zoom that Michael Barr is going to be on. I thought about that. I almost actually went. Sometimes I don't think. Do I think the news will be bullish? I mean, if I knew, I'd have a position on already. You know what I mean? How can we connect? I'd love to share some knowledge and ideas together. I mean, we're doing it right now, my friend. Can you imagine? Yeah, going to Zoom and everyone's typing ribs trade. I wonder if the password would give you chat access. I'm having bad thoughts right now. That'd actually be really funny. Michael Barr, we don't have any questions here, but people keep on typing ribs trade. No, dude, it's not gonna happen. Oh God. April's gonna be big shakeup for tariffs. Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to be trading that, because that's supposed to be when we walk tariffs a little bit backwards, or like we adjust them. Right now we're just catching strays where it's like, you know, the market seems to be moving in a similar or a singular direction. And then all of a sudden, oh, Trump said he's gonna tariff this industry or whatever the case. And then, you know, you see what we see. Are there broadcasting laws preventing streaming of a Zoom? Well, I'm going to be playing poker when that's happening. There's no way that it's not going to be a long stream today, unfortunately. I have to work out, and then I'm going to my barber, and then I'm going to play poker. So it's going to be a jam-packed day. Belkacem Last Dab says, what's the indicator you set on TradingView? What's the indicator you set on TradingView? What's the indicator you set on TradingView? If you say it 6 more times, I can answer. 3 is not enough. I only answer questions if you spam it like 6 times. Unfortunately. Hello, everyone. I'm late. Did I miss any top step Are you guys still friends? I think Ripsmont, I think they're being facetious. I think. Who knows anymore? I don't even know anymore. You still in Vegas? Yes. This is where I live. It's where I have a house. It's where every single day I find a way to tell my wife, like, I love it here and I'm never wanting to leave. We were driving into town yesterday. Well, into town. Sounds so old. We're driving into town yesterday. No, we were driving into the strip. I don't know. How would you like to say? Driving into the city? I don't live... I'm like 25 minutes from the strip. So I don't live like on the strip. I would lose my mind. But we're driving down to the strip. We drove past the historic Las Vegas, welcome to Las Vegas sign, which we never really do because we take other routes into the city. And I was like, I just love it here. Never leaving. Never leaving. Don't tell me I missed another 90% today. No. What? What are you talking about? Ribs, any chance I could get a peek of those volume profile settings? Top to back stick money? Sure. There you go. Pause the video. There's those. There's those. That's it. Have I been to a Sphere show yet? That's a very good question. I haven't gone yet. I have not gone to a Sphere show yet. I know. Crazy, right? Would you still prefer Vegas if you weren't a professional poker player? You know what's funny is, like, my wife and I, we've been together for a long time, over 10 years. And like when I first met her, I whisked her away. I was very infatuated with this woman when I first met her. I remember I looked across when I first saw her. Long story, I don't want to get into it, but a little bit personal. But the very first time I saw her, I was like, that's the perfect woman right there. Very first time I saw her. And I whisked her off to Vegas. And we used to go to Vegas all the time. And there was one year that we spent like 200 days in Vegas. And I was looking for property in Vegas like 10 years ago. It's just weird that I never like We moved to all other places. But like, dude, Vegas is like my favorite. It's got great food. If you don't drink, I think it's a great place to live. If you do drink, I think that maybe you're going to let your vices get the best of you. I don't know. You got to have a lot of discipline if you do drink, I guess, if you live here. But I don't know. Got married in front of the Las Vegas sign. Yo, that's sick. I've never been to a Sphere show, though. Dead & Company has been playing a lot lately. I don't know if they're still in the Sphere. Whenever it's Dead & Company, that is John Mayer, right? He is & Company. We doing 90% Apex today, Ribs? That was yesterday, my friend. Papa Giorgio moving to Vegas in April. Is that Nick? Is that you, Nick Papa Giorgio? Love your name. Dude, the house that we're looking at, I looked up the property. When I was looking at it back in, I want to say it was like 2014 when I was looking for property in Vegas. The house I was looking at was like slightly under $3 million. I think it's like $8 million now. It was like freaking nuts. It's like insane. Imagine if I had that place. It was actually the selling point at the time was that it was in the same neighborhood as I think it's the lead singer or the drummer of Maroon 5 because they're from Vegas. But like I'm at like over double the price, like almost. I think even over triple the price now. It's crazy. But Vegas real estate exploded because the sports teams, I think, and like it's still going up. It's kind of hit a plateau, I think now, but yeah. Hoping Fish comes back to the Sphere. I think they would. The thing is like it costs so much money to produce a show at the Sphere. I think that like doing like one appearance and you're out is never going to happen. That's why John Mayer is back with the Dead, because like it's so expensive to produce the visuals and everything for that show. And that's like Anima. They've been still performing there, I think, too. One time I was there, I got stuck on the roof of Caesars. And my friend stole Mike Tyson's tiger and found a baby. Oh, that sounds like a very nice story. Does it flood all the time there? I haven't seen a single flood. Maybe I'm missing something. I haven't seen that. Let's see what we're looking at for previews here. Personal income coming in, potentially. The estimate is personal income at 0.4, personal spending at 0.5. PC price index month over month estimate at 0.3, year over year estimate at 2.5. Let's see how this shakes out here. We got 4.5 minutes. Let's see here. Just stay out of North Las Vegas, either Henderson or Summerlin. I've heard the same. Had to be Blue Heron home. Yes, it was actually. I can't believe people actually know about this stuff. Yes, it was a Blue Heron home back in the day. 2013, 2014 when I was originally looking at it. It was beautiful property. Beautiful, beautiful property. Aren't the Mavs moving to Vegas? I think there's some basketball team. I think we're getting the Athletics for baseball. I went to my first Golden Knights game. I think it was last week. It had to be last week. Or was that on Sunday? I don't know. It was awesome. One of the best sporting events I think I've ever been to in my life. And I've been to tons of different sporting events, football games, basketball games, baseball games. I've gone to other hockey games too, but like nobody does it like the Golden Knights. That was insane. They have they got a club DJ in there. People are going nuts. It's freaking awesome. And you know what's cool is like the lounge that we had seats in. It's called the Ghost Lounge, like the Ghost energy drink. It's awesome. It's like that's my wheelhouse right there. I loved it. So we're going to watch them again on Tuesday. Who are they playing on Tuesday? Edmonton Oilers, I think, which has one of the best hockey players of all time playing on their team. Is Las Vegas generally a safe city to live in? There's a stat about it. I think it's there's one of the cities, or two of them, or multiple cities, like top 10 safest cities in America. So I think so. Dead & Company was amazing. The Sphere. John Mayer was badass. Nice. Yeah, I love John Mayer. I've seen him live a few times. Wouldn't mind going to see them again. My wifey, she loves the Grateful Dead, obviously. Can you confirm they have a VIP space called the... I had not heard of that one. McDavid's playing that game. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Nelson, welcome. Injured? No way. Oh, that's a shame. The best, not one of them. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the last time that I had that much fun at a sporting event. I've had season tickets for other teams in other cities, but nothing compared to that. That was out of this world. Insane. Want the full port and eval, what you say, up or down? I say don't do it. That's crazy town. Go blowing evals. It's a great TLC song. Don't go blowing evals. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. We are just like holding Loctite in this range too, so I think we're in for a treat. I'm gonna go back to like the 3 minutes so we can watch this little dance here. I'm gonna be trading Tradeify accounts, I think, on this afterglow of this print. Stick to the practice account you're used to. Oh, that's fire. Nice line there. Good follow-up. Tee it up, you knock it out of the park there. I'm sure AI could come up with a great version of that song. If somebody comes up with an AI song, don't go chasing or don't go trading evals. Stick to the practice account you're used to. Somebody make a version of that. I would love to repost that on Twitter today. Today is day 11 in our Tradeify account, so I can't take a payout until the first week of April in their payout window. Hopefully I can get there. All right, here we go. News coming out in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Favorite casino on the strip? I mean, Aria, Wynn, Encore. You know, Fountain Blue's starting to grow on me. Here we go. 5 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Ah! Let's see what they say. Oh yeah, we also get Canada's GDP for January. In line. So core PC is 1/10 higher. That's it. That's the only one that personal income is double what expected, so 0.8%. Personal spending down 0.1% of the expectation. So interesting. Month over month GDP was revised higher. Interesting print. Mag 7 is kind of reacting. We're holding at the VWAP and NVIDIA, but it looks sort of heavy. Kind of a murky print here. So much for a stop loss, yeah. Gotta be careful if you're trading the news. By the way, on PA accounts, what's the news rule for Apex? Does anybody know? Because I feel like they changed that recently. I think that you could trade news on Apex as long as it fits in your strategy, right? Okay, that's just confirming. No, don't bring your pitchforks out and start attacking me. Jeez. It was just a question. I always trade news, so it's nothing out of my wheelhouse here. It's interesting to see us holding down here, though. Right here. We're just holding. Still no trades, though. I feel like if the market wanted to roll, she'd be rolling right now. It's just holding. It's weird, right? Seems like an awfully lot of selling pressure to go nowhere down. Let's see if we hold these 900s. Also a lot of overhead supply, so I can make an argument for either way right now. I think the market's just figuring out how to digest this New information from the print. I'm gonna try for, oh, no. Ah. I was like, I'm gonna try for a break of these 915s. I don't have a multiple of 7. Okay, I put on 7 contracts. Jeez. I tweaked my my trade copier for Tradeify to give me double the size in the accounts that have more in them. So, well, now let's see if we can break out. See that huge lot yesterday in ES? I don't think so. What was it? Okay, I'm gonna try this for the breakout here of the 920s. That's what I'm going for. And if we get room back to like 900 evens, I want to retry it again as well. So let's see if we can break out of this liquidity at 920. There's overhead supply in here, so if we do break this out, it should be pretty strong. S&Ps are bouncing, Nvidia's bouncing. That's kind of what I'm looking at to guide my hand on this one. I just hope I have the right number of contracts for this trade here. It should just be 1 contract per those accounts and then 2 for this one. Okay, we have to break up above these 920s for this to work. Okay, pull back to 900s here. If we hold 900s, this is where I want to be adding. Okay, we're at 900s now. Can we hold it? Okay, there is a big order there. I'm going to add into it there. There's a huge order. If we flush this, I'm out of here. Still some sellers on this tape. Nvidia's coming back down too, so a little bit saucy. Can we reclaim 900s here? If we do reclaim 900s, this is going to be strong. Overhead supply at 902 now. See if we slice into that. Okay, we're holding 900s. Can we just get back above like 905-ish? Watching. Watching. This would be a double bottom here. Watching for this to hold and then reclaim 905. Big area here, 902 halves. Ah, 905 first rejection. Let's see. Watch for this bounce up above 920 now. We got to get through 910s. This is could be a thorn in my side now. This 910 lick. Back to 900s. I feel like we can refresh this above 910. Now they're layering 907. Let's watch. They're still pushing up. This looks like it could have a strong burst through, but we have to time this properly. Love to time this perfectly here. Just has to hold this 900 liquidity, and then we can go and refresh above 910 there. We're watching. They're still kind of shaking around right at these 900s. And looking a little bit heavy now. Let's see if we can get this to hold. And pop above 900 and we should go on this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Repop 900s and Wait for it. Come on, baby girl. Give me that one little Papacito back above 900s. We're holding so much of this lick down here too. Boy, they're heavy. Oh my golly. Yeah, I'm gonna take that off. Too heavy. Dang it. I wanted that one little pop back above 900, but we are going much lower here. Oh my goodness. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get anything in the apex cooking. All right, if we reclaim previous week mid here, I think there's an opportunity. I think we were just a little bit too sized up and a little bit too early to that move there. S&P is trending a little bit lower here too. We have room down to, I would say, 5,700 evens. We might do a little dance here first. Watching for this to pop up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna try this short now. If we get back up to 895, I can add there. Looking for this to flush down to like 840 or so. If we break down below 870, this is gonna be super strong for us. But again, we have to worry about this popping potentially back up to like 895. So let's see. Overhead supply is looking strong. Let's see if we flush through these 75s now. A little bit of liquidity right there at 65 as well that I'm watching. That would be the most ideal. Okay, nice. Very nice. See if we can cut through that 65 lick. Okay. And taking that off. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. That was nice. We wanted 65 for that downside pull, which I thought was lovely. And we got it. So that's in our Apex accounts. That gives us 16,000 in our Apex accounts there. Nice. I wonder if we can hit this. I'm going to see if I can. Let me change my group here in this. Code rips. And then let me see if I can just do the two accounts that have a lot of drawdown in them. Okay. There's those. Change the thing to 2. Boom. There we go. All right. Now I'm trading the two accounts that have massive, massive amounts of drawdown available. Okay, we still are coming down here. I still think we can revisit 845-ish as well. Ah, jeez. Every time I click the button, it's a copy thing. There we go. All right, this should work. This should work. Okay, the liquidity pattern here goes all the way up to 87 halves. So if we get a nice little push back up to 87 halves, we can take this hard. A lot of bidders stepping up here around 75, so we have to be careful of these folks. And S&Ps have a huge breaking point right there at 57.11. So let's see if we can nail this. Right now, liquidity is drying up a little bit, but if we get that forceful push, I think that we can revisit, like I said, 840-ish. Every single pop back up, I want to try to add into the position here. Okay, right up here. Great, let's go for this. Break of 65 brings us straight down to 40s, in my opinion. This would give us the juice that we're looking for. So just trying to add into the pops and then get these beautiful pushes back down to the downside here. Top push would be all the way up at 87 evens. Watching here. 87 halves, 87 evens. Right there. Okay, full size. That's the pop I wanted. Looking for this extension back to the downside now. Through 77 halves. Should tickle right through this. So let's let this puppy dogger work now. Have a lot of liquidity being exchanged down there at 77 halves. Nvidia is still underneath the VWAP, and Apple's still trading a little bit lower. S&Ps are threatening a bounce here at 57.17. So we'll just be watching out for that. Point of contention really gets juicy up at 900 even, so I would like for us to not take that much heat, but not much I could do if we do. Stop out point is at 907 halves. So we want this pop to sort of not exceed any of this liquidity right here. They're still holding 87 halves. Not ideal. See if we can get back through that level there. Okay, good flush there. 85 is nice. Coming back down. As long as we stay underneath that 900 area, we're pretty solid. 77 halves is the next test point here on this push down. And let's see if we can get through this. There's a lot of shorts that want to cover down here, so if we can cut through this with some strength, we should be able to get down. We want this next bounce to be pretty low. That would give us the confidence to continue to push down through this liquidity. Give sellers a lot of confidence, I think. Let's see if there's any icebergs down here too. We have to take out these 70s here and now. Very important. Here and now, 70s have to get swept. Top of this bar has to remain under 87 now. Good. Still need to see more sellers here slicing through these 70s. Liquidity's drying up towards the 70s, so nobody wants to be the first one to crack into these orders. So that's a little bit concerning, but we're also not finding strong buyers. The problem is that they're gapping liquidity to the top side, so it makes any kind of even like smaller size buyers look like they're pushing the market extremely high. And they're not. It's just lack of liquidity that's being offered. Still looking a little bit bearish across the Mag 7 here as well. Just have to get below those 70s. That's kind of the point of contention here. See, can they have some strength here? Again, defending these 90s. That's kind of the line in the sand again for sellers to have confidence in this. What's going on in the S&Ps here? Same deal. We kind of tried to sweep new lows there below 57.14, 57.15. Didn't quite do it yet. Sellers are very strong in this, though. You see, when we start to sell, they start to pile in here, and we do see some of these longs getting stopped out, and that does help with the momentum to the downside. What I'm looking to see on the tape specifically is heavier offers overhead, because that's going to slow down the buying pressure. But right now, the offers are extremely thin. Let's let this work. If we hold here, that definitely contends for a lower high. Okay, through 80s, no icebergs would be lovely. We just have to get out of the danger zone. If we get out of this danger zone, this thing is going to print. You see how thin they're making the offers, though? We're driving that up on like 20 lots, 30 lots. That to me usually feels like it's a bull trap when they're letting offers kind of be extra thin. All right, let's see. 907, last point of contention. Not liking this right now. There's gonna be a lot of stops above 900 too, so it might just like slam right into 907. The liquidity goes all the way down here to 75. So if we probe below that and we start seeking that liquidity that's been stacked at 70, and we actually break below that, it can be very, very strong for shorts to have a next leg down and potentially revisiting those 840s. So that's what I'm looking for here. We have 8 minutes till the top of the hour, and we're going to see a lot of liquidity entering this market. Right now, we're kind of bouncing off the prior week mid, which is 83. So again, we start to slice through that, starts to change the tone and the pace of this tape. It's interesting that there's nobody buying, so that pause and tape might give us what we need to break through these 70s on this push. Problem is there's not a lot of aggressive selling yet. We would start to see stops popping below 75, but we have to get to that level first. And there might be some icebergs in front of that. That's my concern. So through 83 would be a big sweep here. Problem is it's just ones and twos right now. We need to see like a, there you go. You see like that, like a 20 guy. Now see if we have enough stops to blow through these 80s. Mixed with overhead supply, and then we should have a leg down. Just right now, just saucing around this prior week mid. 77 lick, we revisited this last time. This is where the bounce point was. We need to see aggressive sellers stepping in. Stops being popped below 77 halves. That would be ideal. Still a good amount of overhead supply, but they might sweep into that first before we go lower. That might be the liquidity that we need to push lower. So gathering all of those overhead offers, and then we push lower. So we just put a huge bid stack below us. Not great. Just got to be patient. Let it play out. We are 5 minutes and 30 seconds now until the top of the hour. We're going to see a massive liquidity entering into the market. Possible retest of 900s. My fear is that if we hit the 900s, we're going to have a bunch of stops getting popped up there, and that'll probably pop us right through 907. That's my only concern. S&Ps could reject here at 5720. And that's going to align right with 900s here in the NAS. Got to be patient. Okay, there's some more overhead supply that we're still driving into here. Still seeing some thicker bids. Yeah, this is the Tradeify account that has like $37,000 worth of drawdown, so I'm definitely using the exploration of that drawdown on this trade specifically. That's for dang sure. $907 halves is kind of the stop out point here, because above 900 could slam us right into that area. Okay, still seeing some overhead supply, which is decent. And we're still not breaking 5720 in the S&Ps. See how low we can probe on this push down. Okay, good. Iceberg at 85, to be expected, whole number. How big though? Okay, overhead supply coming in, good. Point of contention, 77 halves. Big iceberg showing up here. Somebody's front running it at 80s now. Get down below these 80s and we can start to roll. And then we'll start to probe this 77.5 level. This is the lower end of this volume shelf. We get through this temporary volume shelf, we should see this starting to give us the roll that we originally were looking for. But this, again, this is the make or break area of this extension to the downside here. When you start to roll this, it starts to go curtains. But this is it. Like this is the area that matters the most right here now. And I'd love to see this break below right before the 9 a.m. hour. $77.5 still. There we go. Let's get through the 70s now. Big area. This is the biggest area of the extension now. On any pops, we want to remain below 85 here. And then we target 40s if we actually get the sweep. We're so close to 9 a.m. This is so risky. We're inside 1 minute now. Very risky stuff here. There's going to be so many people closing their shorts right before 9 here. 40 seconds till the top of the hour. Extremely risky to hold this. $15 seconds now. If we get this break here, S&Ps are right at the point of contention too. This thing should roll heavily, but 5, 4, 3, 2, and okay, we're on the right side of the liquidity there. Let's see if we can hold this pool down below. Weak below 70s and we're looking okay. Some bids stacking in here. More bids showing up. Through 60s, we should touch 40s. Get through 60s and this is going to be a lot easier. The funny thing is if we actually break through 40s quickly here, this thing has a potential to roll through 800s the way that they're taping this right now. Apple and Microsoft are looking Meta as well, giving us some nice downside push here. There's a lot of liquidity that's going to be front ran into these 50s. Wonder if we have the confidence to make it through yet. Nice call on that 857 there, Cam. I need to see this getting saucy here. $57, yeah. This could be a tough nut to crack there. Bids are chasing this up, but let's see if they're violent enough to spook us above 70s. I think even a pop above 70s might be a good thing for this trade. Good overhead supply. Slicing through those bids, yep, violently. Meta's still extremely weak here. If Microsoft rejects under VWAP, we should start to have a massive roll here in the NAS. We just need Microsoft to have a huge rejection here. 388 would be the point of contention in Microsoft. So if somebody's selling 388s here, then we go. Big area here. Yeah, that's same point of contention, those 57s. Microsoft's still not breaking 388. Meta off a cliff. Google's still going. Amazon's still going. Nvidia holding a little bit. I want to see this thing buried below 840. My sound is like glitching out. Is the music skipping for you folks at all? Or is it just me? Okay, cool. We flush this, we go to 40s. So many people front running and getting scared here too. All these shorts that are covering here, I think they're a little bit too early though. I really do. I think they're just a little bit too early. If Microsoft rejects her, my God, it's gonna roll. There's going to be some notable defense here at 50s, but if there is like a pop of stops getting blown through that, it should flush heavily. Let's watch for it. Still that 57 area. Overhead supply coming in above 60s. Good. We can snap back below and then we get through these stupid bidders at 60. There you go. Snap below those stupid bidders at 60. Retest for this 50 push. That's not what I want to see. Huge iceberg there at 56. How many contracts? Almost 200 contracts. Just makes me fear that we have a big stack at like 53 down to 50. And we just might not have the selling pressure on this push to get down there, so it would force me to have to cover, and I don't want to do that. Now somebody's front running these 56s. Let's see. Trying to be patient. We're gonna have some more liquidity entering in about 9:15, so we have some time, but we just might not have enough liquidity to push down on this one. That iceberg at 56 was kind of a buzzkill for this trade. Another iceberg there at 57. Let's see. We're right at the point of contention too for the S&Ps. This is the area that we needed to have break right here, 57.11. And you can see we're just we're tapping into it, but we're not snapping through, which is extremely annoying. Big order there at 57.10. I'm watching the S&P again now. They moved that order to one. Yeah, we cut through it. Yeah, okay, sellers are still here. That's good. Sellers are still here. Good stuff. That was actually good that I was watching the S&P so I could see that. Now let's see if we can actually push through all of these stupid bidders here at 50s. Really want to see this slicing down through. Big sellers here still on this tape. We touch into these 50s without a pullback. And by pullback, I mean a big pop, like back up to 70. I think we have enough muster to actually even break below 40s. Because you can see all these bids down here that are wanting to get filled. Dang it. Not what I wanted to see. That's got to be news, right? Out. Reciprocal tariffs. Dang it. Yeah. Nothing I can do about that. Right at 608. Nothing I can do about that. Something Trump reciprocal tariffs. That's unfortunate. Right at the point of contention. We were right there too. So close. All right, let's see if we can get back in this thing here. Usually that type of news does get rejected pretty quickly, so. Look at where we went to, 907 halves, right? Right where we went to on that. Crazy, right? It's so funny. Got out 5 seconds before the pop. I wish I did. I was actually close to like, right at the 50s, I was close to layering out of the trade, but obviously I did not. So Europe looking to offer concessions to the Trump administration after they announced reciprocal tariffs. So that's what we're looking at here. All right, so if we stay weak below this 910 area, then we can potentially have this move back down. It's crazy because the tape was very, very short before that. And usually there's some clues that come in when you're trading this type of stuff. There are some clues that usually come in that suggest like something's brewing there. I didn't see anything. Just being honest with you, I didn't see anything coming there. Other than the fact that like we hit that exact bottom, the double bottom of the S&Ps, but the tape looked pretty bearish to me. So what are you gonna do? Trying to send this back. It's just gonna be, boy, this is just gonna be a bear to recover. So we'll try to do as much as we can with what we have here. So looking for this break of 890s below. Believe it or not, we still have $22,000 worth of drawdown. So I'm looking for that news to kind of be rejected now. Sometimes that happens, so that's the thesis behind this trade. We have a rejection of basically that whole news pop that ripped us from 850 to 910, 60 handles to the moon. Might get a little dicey. Wonder how the open's gonna treat us now. It's definitely something to be thinking about. Thankfully, that wasn't the Apex accounts. I would have been super sad if that was on the Apex accounts. I would have been massively sad about that. And above 910s, if we actually don't pull back here, then we're out of this one. And we're out. Bummer. What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna have to wait for the open here. Not gonna lie, a little bummed out about that. We had that trade locked in. But welcome to the market where you're gonna have news that's gonna blow in your face. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Makes you wonder if those icebergs were in anticipation of the news. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything that clued me into it. Usually there's a little bit of signature left behind, but my gosh, I did not see that coming at all. I guess I could have closed it a little bit sooner preemptively, but my stop was still way up there. I did close it preemptively, but man, what a shame. What a shame. Got some work to do on these accounts now, I'll tell you what. Basically lost half of our drawdown there. We were looking so good there too. I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to go back in my head and see what I could have done differently on that. I just can't anticipate that type of move, you know? I mean, I can, of course. We're trading. It's pre-market. You know, is what it is. We're in the market where the T word will set off anything. Be so hard to find longs down there if I was trading that. Like, just jumping into it there. It'd be so hard for me to find a long. This is what I do after every trade too. I try to look at what I did, how I could have done things better or differently. I really thought that, I mean, the way that the tape was trading, it looked like we were going to break those 50s, get those 40s. I was out. I was going to get my points. And that was that. I didn't move my stop loss. It was all the way up at 907. And so I manually clicked out of that trade. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Why I never hold during news? I mean, the fact of the matter was we weren't holding during news. It was just a surprise announcement where the EU basically had an announcement where they said that they plan to offer concessions on their tariffs. Like they're bending the knee basically. And obviously the market is very sensitive to the T word right now. So we're gonna have to try to trade these off the open. That's the only thing I can do now. I tried to re-short it, was wrong on that move, but yeah, I really liked the short on that. And we held that, we had great patience. Got a lot of names above the VWAP now. Really squeezing these shorts. Breakout of like 950 here might be something to trade. Well, it just went. That's like, breakout of 950 might be something to trade. Let's see if we retest that at all. Pulling back to 960. See if we retest 950s here at all. Okay, they're not pulling that back to 50s at all. If they do, we can add right here. Adding. Looking for the pushback above 950. And then potentially back to 20,000 here. Looking for a 50 handle trade. So trading the first pullback of this move. We have a big topping tail on the 3-minute. But a lot of bids stepping up here. Okay, watching for the reclaim of 950. Okay, above 950 here. We should see a potential squeeze above 70s if we get up there on this push. Big bid at 55, nice. Met with a huge offer at 52. Yeah, they're defending 50s here. This is sort of the topping area in the Globex session. We kind of meandered around this area, and that's why I say if we break above this, we hold that break. we should charge towards 70s and have a lot of stops popped above 70s here. You'll notice that I get into most of these trades right when we have consolidation. So we're waiting for the move to stop, and then we're trying to time the move to get out of that consolidation. So right now, 55 and 70 are the upside moves here that we're watching for. Breakout of 55 leads us to 70. We have to have strong bids below us. We're still holding above VWAP in the S&Ps. So we just are looking for a stop run above 70s now. Still contention at 50s. A lot of overhead supply showing up there at 50s. Okay, touching this 55 point. Watching for the breakout of 55. Stops getting popped above this. Should have liquidity turning on in about 15 seconds here. Still a lot of defense at 55. Liquidity coming on right now. A lot of overhead supply here still. I'd like to see the stop run happen before the open here. We have a big bunch of liquidity coming on in less than 5 minutes too. We want to see a breakout above this consolidation, breaking above 55 for the path to 70. Still drifting here. Watching for this reclaim to bring us back up to 50s. Three and a half minutes now until the liquidity. 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes till the liquidity will be added at 9:25. Seeing if we can get this 55 breakout before the market opens. Long during that print and still got stopped out by the tick. How'd you get stopped out if you're long? Are you talking about when the that breaking news came out? Okay, pushing into 50s again and without a rejection. Yeah, the S&Ps, I am watching the same thing here, that 57.33 area. I mean, Microsoft went crazy. It started gapping up like crazy. It like literally, like if you're looking at the equities in Microsoft, it just went absolutely ballistic here. Yeah, they're really gonna wait until 925 for this, until we have a potential of an explosion before up through those 55s. 57.33 level to watch in the S&Ps. 19,955 level to watch to the upside in the NASDAQ here. $40 seconds now until the 925 algos turn on. A lot of overhead supply still. Interesting. Yeah, Apple's rejecting right now, unfortunately. Amazon's trying to figure it out. Nvidia is still looking strong. Microsoft's still looking strong. Meta's starting to make its case for the upside push. But there's a lot of structural elements from the overnight session right here that we're dealing with. And there's our 925 algo. Not on our side of the trade here. We're so close to getting stopped out too. So close to getting stopped out, but we didn't get stopped out yet. Oh my God. So close. Somehow, some way, we did not get stopped out. Dude, if they walk this thing back up and I didn't get stopped out there, that would be magic. Oh man, can they do it? Can they save us? We're right there. Still holding. Oh my God, we're still safe. Oh my God, somehow, some way. It's threatening to snap the structure here. Drifting, drifting, drifting. All right, we are two. Oh my God. Is that, and that, yeah, that was the one. I was like, that probably stopped me out. Nope. That's the one. All right, well, let's see how we can trade this off the open here. Let's try our best here off the open. Dude, what a roll. That was unexpected. I'm still going to trade my Tradeify accounts here off this open. Golly, what a huge rejection there off that push and then right back down. My gosh. Guess we should have just played the structure. And I was optimistic that we would have gone for that break of 55. Everything's coming down now, like all of a sudden too. Right at like 927, everything just went red. Everything going heavy sell side here. Now we've been on a hot streak. Been on a hot streak until today. Today was kind of the end of the hot streak for Tradeify. I've been doing so well in these accounts, but yeah, got away from me after that print. That news, oh my gosh, we were right there. Yeah, we were right there. Right there. Right there. What were we up? Does anybody remember what we were actually up? Anybody remember? What were we actually up in that trade when we were up? It was so nice. It was so juicy. 15,000, oh my God. We were up 15,000. Oh my gosh. I mean, we're still up. I mean, it's Apex. We're up the 16,000 in the Apex accounts, but I want to focus on Tradeify for the opening. I'm not going to touch the Apex after this open here. I'm done trading the Apex for the day, but I want to see if we can actually get some delicious alpha here on these Tradeify. I'm going to try for it. We're fighting at 900s now. I think it'd be hilarious if we go straight back for those 40s, 840s to the downside. I think it'd be pretty funny. All right, we're breaking 900s. Let's go for the hold of the break. Below 890s is super strong if we break this area of structure. I want to see weakness below 900 still. This would be the ultimate slap in the face if we actually had this pull right down to 840, wouldn't it? That would be something. S&Ps have a lot of room to fail here too. A lot of room to play the downside if we're gonna dunk. Microsoft's off a cliff. This market. Hey, we're back to our friends at 57. How about that? Now do you want to break it? Now do you want to break 57 after all of this hullabaloo? Watch, we're going to get another tariff announcement or something. It would make sense for us to stop at 57 as well. That's where all of these orders have been stacked all morning long. But as I go back to my original thesis, if we break through those 57s and we hit 40 very hard, we could snap this very low. Just has to find sellers down here. So many orders exchanged here at 57 too. Okay, can we actually break 57? S&P still have room to the downside here. There you go. That's the original move we were looking for. Now we have to break 40s. Very tall order to break these 40s. Back at 57. If we reject 57, that's a huge signal for shorts. It's so weird. We come down into that. We sell super hard, and then there's just no offer side liquidity when we bounce back up. That's the part that's kind of confusing on this. Like nobody's offering above. Seems awkward. Point of contention, 57 halves. Continues to be the area that the market really wants to make its decision. And the point of control just waffled between 62 and 42. So we're dealing with like basically 20 handles of indecision. Yeah, the market's finding a way to be bullish out of that. See if we could retest 57 here. The selling violence starts to really soften up as we get towards that 57 level. It's kind of annoying. Still want this to hold underneath that 900 level. Wow, what a bounce out of the S&Ps there, huh? Literally tapped that same low and went straight back up. Crazy. What a crazy bounce out of the S&Ps. That's insane. Yeah, these things are gone. Well, there's our Tradify accounts. We had a good run with them. Oh boy, what a shame. What a shame. What are you gonna do? I know, I should have took it off at 40. There's a lot of things I could have done differently today. It's tough. It's tough. What are you going to do? This is a whipsaw market, too. I was optimistic. We started to break those 40s. I was optimistic that the S&Ps would bleed lower, but they hit the same triple bottom and bounced straight back to the moon. Oh, no. I know. I could have easily gotten out multiple times. I could have got out on the initial trade, could have got out on the secondary trade. I just didn't expect that big of a bounce. I thought we were rejected at 900s, and we toyed with the idea that we were rejecting 900, so. Unfortunately, those are the breaks, folks. I wonder if now we come down and we visit those 40s once more. Very choppy market. And what's funny is that there's not a lot of option expiries today. It's just the weeklies. I guess you could consider these are somewhat of the end of month flows. But there you have it. This is what this is looking like over here. Go to the screen. Our trade advisor done. Got to start all over again, which is a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. Not going to shy away from the fact that we got out of pocket today. We got out of pocket. We paid the price for it. The good news is we did trade on Apex this morning. We got a nice little scalp in our PAs. So there is some silver lining from today. You know? Did get a little bit of alpha there. So can be happy about that. I think that's our first, that's like our first red day in Tradeify since last Wednesday. And we only had one red day for the whole month. And unfortunately, my goodness. What a shame. What are you going to do? Can we retro the Tradeify account report? I wish. I'm not going to shy away from the fact that I got completely blasted on those Tradeify accounts today. I would never. I want to keep the transparency always going with you folks out there out of respect. So we're going to be back to battle on Monday with those Tradeify accounts once more. I'm just judging whether or not I want to take another additional trade in the Apex account. If there's anything that we can set up here to take your trade in Apex, but the market just might be a little bit too unpredictable. We're seeing some divergence. Leave it, save the accounts? Maybe. Just seeing if there's any kind of trade that we could take, any kind of follow-up trade. It is tricky conditions. There's a lot of times that we could have taken that off, you know, on that first extension, that first pullback to the downside looked very lovely. There's a lot of times. Not going to shy away from that. I'm not trading my personal account, no. I haven't had a single red day on the personal account this month. We're up almost $100,000 in our personal account, so I don't want to touch that. I'm not going to trade that, I think, probably until April. So I want to have a nice, clean report on that. That's my, that's how I feel about the personal account. We're rejecting underneath 900s again. Does look a little bit heavy up here. All right, I'm gonna try the short here. It does look a little bit heavy. If we break down through these 85s to the other side, this thing could be screaming for us to the downside. So watching if we get through this bounce area. Right now, not rejecting. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Uncle, geez Louise. My God. 80 all the way to 930, 50 handle bounce. My God. Jeez Louise, this market is completely whippy. Like, oh, we're just going to take a nice little one guy short here. Nvidia's ripping to the moon. This thing is going insane. We're rejecting right now the previous day low. Tesla, huge bounce there off the lows as well. Dude, what is going on with this market right now? Are you seeing this? This is insane. This is actually insane. Holy crap. Do you see this? Are you seeing this? What in the heck is going on? What is happening right now in this market? Holy crap, dude. This is insane. No news. All right, I gotta try the same trade. I'm sorry. I have to try for this break of 80s. I'm sorry. I'm going for the exact same trade I wanted the first time. Watching for this to break 80s here. Dude, stopped out right at 900. Ay, ay, ay. Watching for this break of 80s again. This should slam. This should literally slam right here. Needed this hold under 900 here. Under 900. Same frickin' 80s here. Thorn in my side. Well, that does it. Jeez. What an unfortunate turn of events. What can I say? Wrong on every trade today. Unbelievable. That sucks. This market really clapped me today. What can I say? What a shame. What's disappointing is that we were green multiple times on so many different trades. What a shame. How whippy is this market, too? It's kind of insane. Unbelievable. Now we're going to get the flush of 80s. Dude, this market, unbelievable. What a Friday. Definitely not a day to hold runners. I agree with you 100%. That's crazy, though. That is actually crazy. Like, how whippy that was. Looking for those specific breaks. My gosh. Unbelievable, though. Yeah, there's no way I'm touching my personal account in this, but... yeah, you know what? We'll be back. We'll be back on Monday. I'm not going to trade anymore. That's it. Call it. You're doing so well, too. Just got away from me today. Unfortunate, folks. That was crazy. We got literally smashed on every single trade that we took. Like smashed. Smashed in the face. Unfortunate. That whip from 77 all the way up to 917. Jeez, 40 handles. I was super confident too. Thought we were gonna, you know, it's my fault for going back and trading when I shouldn't have traded. I thought for sure, here's what kept me back in the market actually. This right here, when I saw this seller coming in, I thought for sure we're gonna have continuation to the downside. And then we came back to this point of contention here, which is right down here at these 70s. And then we just whipped right back up. So I was sized into that move. I paid the price for it, unfortunately. And that's the way it goes sometimes. That's just trading, folks. Got to take the good with the bad, and you know, I'm never going to shy away from that. I'm just surprised to see this going back up still. Yeah, I don't want to trade it. I'm not going to trade it. I was thinking about trading it, but no, I'm going to trade it. All right, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic weekend out there. I, of course, will post these results here on Twitter. I hope you all have a better trading day than I did. Today was just one of the worst trading days I've had all month. Comes towards the end of the month, too. Worst trading day I've had all month, easily. No question about that. But we'll be back to battle on Monday. And hopefully be able to turn things around and get things going in the right direction here. So that's all I can say. I hope you all have a good weekend. Hope everybody out there has a blessed day. If you are going to continue to trade, be very careful. These are just easily one of the worst market conditions I've seen this whole week. It just is not. This is just gross. I should have stayed out of it, but I didn't. Didn't have the self-control to do it. Got away from myself. Definitely a lesson to learn there, but... all right, everybody, be good. If you're going to drink this weekend and party, don't drink and drive. Take an Uber, take a Lyft. Hope you all have a great weekend. Be careful out there. The next piece of news is not going to be out until, I think it's actually 9 minutes from now. We get the University of Michigan final sentiment for March. So watch out for that. Before I go, I just have to see if we're going to snap these 70s now. Just one pop early to these moves. And don't want to go for it. Dude, it's still holding these 70s. This is insane. All right, everybody. Take care. I'll see you folks on Monday. Have a great weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.